That big one. Welcome back to the Fern House project. If this is the first time you've watched, I'm working on building a teeny off-grid cabin on my property, which will be used as a guest house. My neighbors and I host a cabin on Airbnb here in the mountains of Pennsylvania. Getting connected with people and helping people get connected with nature has been amazing. So that is what has spurred the idea and inspiration for building this guest house. I am so thankful for the way I've been receiving help on this project from my friends and my family and my neighbors. I've received their support in doing this project and pursuing a vision. I've received building materials from them. I've received their expertise and knowledge and planning this project. But I have been doing a lot of grunt work down here in the woods by myself up until this week. So I was pretty excited when I found out that I was going to be able to work with Carter for the remainder of the summer on this project. Carter is a friend of ours and he lives just down the road, so this work is going to be beneficial for both of us. And what I thought was going to take me 2 weeks to clear, we are going to tackle this afternoon. Much to my delight, Carter is happy to run the chainsaw and work on perfecting his lumberjacking skills. So I'll be happy to do the grunt work of schlepping around these logs. If he is happy to run the chainsaw, it's a win-win for us both. I know these episodes seem like they're more about clearing brush and cutting up trees than building a cabin. And that's a lot of what this project has been so far. But I want to take care of deadfall timber in the woods and some of the overgrowth that's happened with time, so folks can really take in the splendor of the woods when they're out and hiking and going back and forth between the parking area and the actual guest house. The work I've been putting into cleaning up the deadfall timber has really brought me to a place of feeling thankful for all the maintenance that happens in our state parks and on other trails that pass through Pennsylvania so that they can be enjoyed. This is not just about aesthetics, it's also about creating a heat source. The hardwoods will be used to heat the guest house, and those big, large pine trees that are down will be used in the wood burner at my house to provide heat and hot water. It was kind of good news when I found out it could be up to 8 weeks until I could get my wood from the sawmill to build the cabin, because I figured I needed at least 2 weeks to probably finish up clearing the deadfall timber off the bottom of this trail. But then Carter showed up. And literally in one day we knocked out what on my own would have taken me at least 2 weeks to get accomplished. The woods is a great place to do some thinking, and that's a good thing because I had a lot of thinking to do to figure out what we were going to do with all the extra time we were going to have, since this project now was getting done so quickly. I concluded that I would move a project that we were going to do after we finished building the cabin to before we started building the cabin. And that was going to be a large platform deck that sat right off this trail that would just be used as an area that people could sit and enjoy the woods, bird watch, do creative projects, do yoga, meditate, relax, socialize, however it is that they can best use the space, but just creating a space for them to be in the woods and enjoy all that there is to take in there. I got so excited while we were working in the woods today because I found Indian pipes. Now, I have found these many times over on my neighbor's property, but I've yet to find them on my property. And they are just the coolest thing. They are actually a flower or a plant. People may confuse them with being a fungus because of their lack of color, but they are a plant and they lack chlorophyll. And therefore, they have a relationship with fungus, I believe, if I recall correctly, but they do not require the sun to make energy in order to grow. So they're often in more shaded areas of the woods where sunlight isn't a necessity. They don't care, they don't need it. But we have found some really beautiful ones around on my neighbor's property, and I'm tickled to have found these here today, and I'm going to be keeping an eye out to see if I spy any more. I also found this feather today going up through the woods. I just love finding stuff like this. Well, as soon as the animals get fed here, I'll be ready to run to town today. I'm going to go ahead and get the lumber supplies needed to get this deck project underway. I'm not exactly sure what all I need, but I'm about to collaborate with my dad once again to create some building plans and make a material list. And this is going to be the first box I build.
Like you're doing with this right now. You're putting your money up front, but once you have that established, then you're gonna have some money coming back your way.
And I think about it this way. I think you know, if I can generate the monthly income that I'm thinking that I'm going to, is there any other place I could put that amount of money right now that it would bring me that much back on a monthly basis? You know, like, granted, I could, you know, just take that amount of money and put it on my mortgage or something. However, if I do this, now I've generated something that's going to keep every month.
Right,
It's going to keep going beyond that dollar amount.
Yes, and you're generating your own net worth. You're increasing your value by however much because you own something.
So I would like to say that I absolutely love doing this hospitality thing. I find it very rewarding and very fulfilling to get connected with people, and to get people connected with nature is a really special experience for me. I don't want to overlook, though, the fact that this is not all the time always about the good gushy feelings of kindness and hospitality and all of that connection, but it's also important to be thinking about our financial well-being and how our pursuits in life are contributing towards our financial stability in life. And really, what is financial stability? Sometimes that's something that we just have to reevaluate our perspective on. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad this past year, and it gave me a lot of really valuable insight on this topic.
Number 8's 2 inches long. And how many's in there? Okay, see, what we're going to be doing is we're going to put those down through into through an 1.5 inch board into your joist. So inch and a half, and that's a 2 inch. So actually, we want to go like 3 inches because you'd only have a 1/4 inch down in your.
Wait, there's 3 inch ones down here, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now these are bigger. These are extra. That's like a 9. That's a bigger one, and it's 3 inches long. So it's 3 inches long. Yeah, and right there's what we want, and it doesn't say, but that looks like a 25 is what these look like.
Free. Is it included in there?
Should be one inside, but I'm sure there is. But what we'll do is we'll just buy a couple extras, and that way it gets stripped out, worn out, broken, lost.
So be it.
We're not standing there saying, "Daggone, I should have bought an extra." Anyway.
So we're talking about the fact that these are torque screws. They don't take like a Phillips or a flat screw head, but they take a torque. It's kind of the pattern of a star, and they're sized by numbers. So in this case, these are T25s. It turns out when you buy deck screws like this, it already comes with a torque bit free included in the box. But that's just one bit, and literally we are probably going to install 1,000 screws. So we will wear that thing out. We will grab some extra torque bits before we leave so that we aren't left with a strip bit and a deck that's not finished.
Okay.
I will not lie, I broke a sweat loading my 3 carts of lumber and blocks in the store where there was a touch of air conditioning going on. Now I was headed outside to the warm, warm weather, and we were about to unload those carts onto the trailer. So I was definitely getting a workout today, but I was really grateful to learn that at Lowe's there's such a thing as a code 50, and somebody will come help you load your trailer. So here we are, back to it. Lift, lift, lift. I don't know what's getting more of a workout. My back, my arms, my legs. Clearly everything in me needs a little bit of a workout. But I'm just thankful that I'm able to do this work right now. My dad tells me that when you are building pretty much anything, you're just building boxes and figuring out how to put those boxes together in order to create something. So once you learn the basics of how to build a box, you can build anything. My deck is just one big box on stilts. So this is my first box, and I am looking forward to figuring this out. And then I have 5 more of those boxes to build in order to finish the Fern House.
Okay.
Thanks for following me on this journey. I hope it inspires you to create and to connect and to get outdoors to find a little space for yourself. I will be posting the follow-up part 2 to this soon, which shows you the actual construction of the deck. In the meantime, please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave any comments below.